Hey folks, and welcome back to West Yorkshire Retro Gamer. Just bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. Forgot to turn my speaker off. That way then we're not going to be interrupted. Certainly not by that anyway. So, I've just done a video on the away kits for the Premier League. Now I'm going to have a look at the home ones. I haven't decided if I'm doing one for the third kits yet. I'm not sure. Not every club has brought out a third kit from what I can tell, so that's why I'm still debating on it. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Kept the categories simple again, so very nice, nice, average, bad and very bad. I have to say the away kits, you gotta watch it and find out, but I've got some opinions on them, let's put it that way. So, some of these, with them being home kits, are going to be what you're going to expect from a more traditional standpoint, aren't they? So, without further ado, let's have a look at Arsenal, if this will allow me to do so. Basically, there was I was using a site which was working for me before, but it seems to have stopped. Now it seems to be working again, I think. I've got these little pictures underneath my tier list, but best to get a better view, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, Arsenal seems alright. It's what you expect from Arsenal. There's nothing outlandish. The red and white works for them, doesn't it? I think there is some kind of pattern embossed into the red. Can't exactly make it out. And they've got the full badge on there, whereas with the away kit they've just got the cannon only. So yeah, I don't have an issue with the Arsenal one, to be fair. Do I put it in average or do I put it in nice? I don't mind it. I think there's nothing on there to suggest that it's not an Arsenal kit. It's what you expect from Arsenal, and everything's in proportion as well. There's nothing really. There's nothing out of proportion. It's what you'd expect. I'll say nice. It's what you expect from an Arsenal kit. Alright, moving on. It could have gotten in average just on the basis it looks about the same as the majority of Arsenal kits. I may move things around a little bit dependent on, you know, if I end up with like 20 nices or something. But yeah, we'll have a look. Moving on to Aston Villa then. It's funny in a way because the Villa kit is very similar to the Arsenal kit, just different colour scheme. I'm not keen on the fact that that pattern on the sleeve doesn't go all the way around, all the way around the bottom of the sleeve. It kind of stops part way. Now, a gripe that I had with the away kits is that some of the collars didn't come all the way down. But most of the sleeves did go, the pattern at the bottom of the sleeve did go all the way around, and it doesn't with Villa's. I think I'm going to put, because I didn't have a gripe about the Arsenal one, but I've got a gripe about the Villa one, I've got to put it in average. Because I mean, effectively the rest of it's fine. It's not offensive by any stretch, but it is I couldn't find anything on the Arsenal kit that you wouldn't expect on an Arsenal kit, whereas with the Villa kit it's like, I think that pattern would look fine if it went all the way around, but it doesn't. Bournemouth, what have they got? Their away kit was okay, Bournemouth's. I don't want to give too much away, gotta watch it. You know what, this home kit's alright. I don't mind that home kit. One little gripe that I did have about Bournemouth's away kit was that the colour of the sponsor was completely different to the colour of the kit sponsor and the badge. Well, with Bournemouth's home kit, the badge is like normal as you'd expect. So they've gone white with the kit sponsor, but then they've gone gold with the shirt sponsor. And I just think that it would have probably been better to go white with the sponsor and then also with the colouring. I don't really see where the gold comes into it, unless there's any gold on the badge. I can't tell from here. Shame that, because otherwise I don't mind it. There's the black is a solid black stripe. The red has got some kind of pattern embossed into it. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Generally I don't mind it. I just torn between average and nice with the Bournemouth one. I'll go average for now, just because I do have a bit of a gripe with it. Again, there wasn't any gripe with the Arsenal one. And these are only minor gripes with the Villa and Bournemouth one. Like, they're non-offensive, you know what I mean? Moving on to Brentford then. Nothing's really stood out as being overly different to what you'd expect with these clubs, to be fair. Alright, well, I definitely prefer Brentford's home kit to their away kit. But I just wonder about the alignment of certain things. Like, could they have put the badge completely inside one of the stripes instead of kind of... It's not even halfway between the two stripes. It's kind of about 55-45 percentage wise in one direction, and I just wonder if they could have maybe put the badge completely inside one of the... Maybe put it inside the red stripe and then put the Joma, I think it's Joma, the kit sponsor, put that in the other red stripe. Because they've got the Hollywood Star in the white stripe. So, I don't know. It's... I'm not struck on that collar. This is an example of one collars that don't go all the way around. Then they've got this weird thing in the middle, actually, this weird V-shaped thing at the top. I'm putting it in the bad category because I'm not convinced by there's a bit. It's a bit of an odd design, but it's certainly better than the away kit. Moving on to Brighton. What has the Hove and Albion got for us here? I don't mind that. My only... see, again, a little bit like the Brentford thing, the Brighton badge is kind of in this 55% in one stripe and 45% in the other stripe, which I'm not overly struck on. Again, you either have them both in the two white stripes on the outside, or in terms of your badge and your kit sponsor, or you have them, on the two blue stripes in the middle there. And I'm not overly keen on. I think it's Nike, isn't it? The tick. I'm not overly keen on the Nike being a turquoise colour. I appreciate it's got to be a different colour to either the royal blue or the white, because otherwise it won't stand out. Albeit it does have a black outline, so it probably would have done. This one's borderline between average and nice. You know what, the collar's a bit weird as well actually. The collar seems to come more down one side and then... So it's thicker on one side and then thinner on the other, which doesn't make any sense at all. I don't like that collar. Right, there's two gripes there. I'm putting it in average, which is a bit of a shame. If you tidy up a couple of those bits there, because the rest of the kit's nice, but I can't put it in nice because I've got some gripes about it. So yeah, I'm alright with my decisions so far. Let's have a look. Burnley, what have they got to offer? This is a fairly tidy kit. My only small gripe would be I don't think it needs all those wiggly lines on it. Why has the kit got all these wiggly lines on it? The kit is quite smart otherwise. And I don't know why the claret on the badge is a different colour of claret to the rest of the kit. That's a bit odd. I don't have an issue with, like, because they've obviously had to incorporate white on there because the shirt sponsor is a hybrid of turquoise and white. I mean, Burnley have always been known as being claret and blue. I don't know if that blue is the normal blue they usually have or if they have a slightly darker one in previous seasons. One of my friends is a Burnley fan, he'd be able to educate me more on that. I'm not keen on the badge being a different claret. I don't know why they've gone down that route. That looks tacky to me. I don't like that. And the wiggly lines, the wiggly lines on the kit don't do anything for me at all. I can't even figure out what they are. If you take out the wiggly lines and if you made the claret the same colour as the kit, as the badge, or vice versa, then this would be going in nice. But again, a couple of gripes, I'm going to have to put it in average. Chelsea, what have they got? Here's one. Here's a better picture of it, I think. Yeah. I don't like that colour. I can't tell what is being shown in the pattern within the kit. Could be Stamford Bridge maybe, but it's very hard to tell. I would say with this one, if they'd gone with a plain blue instead of having some kind of, or if you're going to have a pattern on embossed in the blue, make it clear as to what it is. And I'm not 100% struck on that colour. Look, the collar's a bit weird. Now, I could be wrong, is that a black stripe down the side? It's hard to tell with it being a picture. Let me see if it shows a bit more with... You can't tell with what Palmer and James are wearing. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the collar, and I don't really get what's going on in the background of the blue. Again, not a terrible kit by any standard, but dear, there's a bit of a trend going on here. I might have to be a little bit more critical with some of these. What we got? Crystal Palace, let's have a look at theirs. Oh, I don't mind theirs. Okay. Quite a lot going on. But they've got the badge and the kit sponsor within a stripe, which I prefer. Colour's just about alright. It don't quite meet in the middle. There's a gap in the middle, but at least it's symmetrical all the way around, and it's only a small bit in the middle that's missing. The combination of the red and the blue and the white works quite well, and it's quite a striking kit actually. Do I put that in nice or very nice? I'm not too sure. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. The picture for Crystal Palace is wrong on the tier maker. So Palaces have got like you know, like 5 or 6 stripes going down here, whereas the one that's showing on the picture here is only half and half. So that's wrong. So whoever made this tier maker in the first place has got it wrong. So please ignore the picture that's going to be coming up here, folks. But because I haven't found these pictures. This whole tier maker was made previously with somebody else, but yeah, I've just noticed that picture's wrong. The actual picture on this website that I'm looking at here is accurate. As far as I can tell. I mean, I'm going off what I'm seeing on this website here rather than these little pictures down below. So yeah, do I put Palace as nice or very nice? Is it nicer than Arsenal's? Because I mean, with the Arsenal one, you're kind of getting what you would expect with Arsenal. Palace's kits have varied a little bit over the years. A little bit. I'm going to put it very nice, I think. Well done, Crystal Palace. I don't know, it's quite a striking kit. I quite like it. Everything's kind of where it should be. It's just a very tiny little gripe about the collar, but otherwise, and it, you know, that is only very tiny. I think on a player, I don't know if there's any picture of it on a player here. Let's have a look. No, they've got a picture of that horrendous. Oh, hello. Here we go. Yeah. On the players, it looks fine. Yeah. No, I'll go with that. I'm happy with my decision there. Yeah. Well done, Palace. Everton. Oh shit. Press the wrong button. Sorry, folks. Right. What we got? Ooh. Why have they got waves? They got wavy lines going across. What's all that about? Yeah, I don't think it needs the waves. And the collar's one of these where the white line goes all the way kind of down one side, but then stops on the other side, which I'm not a massive fan of. Why not just make the lines meet in the middle, you know, to make a V? That don't make any sense to me, that. And I'm not keen on the lines. It's not super offensive, so I can't put it in the same as Brentford. So it's another one probably going in the average, I think. Where are we at? Fulham. Full of ham. What have I clicked on there? Have I clicked on the wrong thing again? Oh no, they've just coupled it. Okay. Oh no, that's better. That's a poor picture. Hold on. It might look better on the player than it does just on a hanger. it's okay. I mean, it's difficult with Fulham because their traditional colours are black and white with a little bit of red. So it's like, what can you do to make the kit interesting? And it's very, very difficult to make Fulham's home kit interesting. But then again, that's down to the kit makers to do their thing to kind of make the kit interesting, isn't it? That's up to them. So have they done their job properly? And the picture here again is not. This isn't an accurate picture either. So I have to apologise, folks. I don't know what's going. I don't know why they've made one here, and I don't want to start this again because I'm 20 minutes in. So yeah, the picture for Fulham again is wrong. But I'm going to put them. They're another average. But as I say, it's very difficult to. It's very difficult to do much with Fulham's home kit, really. Moving on to my team Leeds, and I've said on the away, I said on the away video that I did, because I did the away video first. I said that the Leeds home kit won't go in the very nice category. I'm not being biased here. I said the Leeds home kit will not go in the very nice category, and I stand by that. I've got no problems with the pattern from the tunnel going around the bottom of the sleeves. That's not an issue. I think that's quite a cool idea. They've done it on the collar as well, but they haven't taken it all the way around the collar, and that is a gripe for me. The Red Bull logo, does it really have to have the Bulls red? Red on a Leeds kit is sacrilege, quite frankly. I don't mind it. But it's either going in average or bad, and I'm loath to put it in. I'm loath to put it in bad. Like I don't think it's as bad as Brentford's. But if I was buying any Leeds kit out of the 3 kits they've released, I'd be buying the away one. I won't be buying the home one this season. If the collar had gone all the way around with the tunnel design, and all the way around on the sleeves as well, the picture's making it very hard to tell if it does go all the way around on the sleeves. I don't even think it does. Because I wonder as well with the Adidas lines, could they maybe have gone blue, yellow, blue as well? I think they could have done that, and that would have looked better. And then if they'd gone maybe blue and yellow, like if the Bulls had been blue instead, possibly. I'm talking myself out of my own club here, and I know I've got to stay impartial, but compared to other recent kits, it's no better than average. And some people have actually said that the kit is a little lazy, because it is very similar to kits that we've had previously, and I would agree with them to an extent. Literally, the only thing that's different is the tunnel design. And Leeds' kit, when we had boxed on the front of, which was our shirts, that was our main shirt sponsor, BOXT. The kit for that season was gorgeous. That for me was an excellent kit. This is far from it. it's bottom of average. Don't get me wrong, Leeds have had some bad kits. I've done a video on my channel of the 10 worst Leeds kits of all time. Most of them were away kits, to be fair. Away/third kits. I did put one home kit in that video, and just to try and prove that it wasn't biased against away kits, and it was a kit that had some red on it from one of the sponsors. It's hard when you've got a sponsor like Red Bull that are paying Leeds so much money, so they're entitled to have their sponsor on in the way that they want their sponsor to be on. They haven't forced it upon us with our away kit, but they do demand it as part of the deal for the home kit. But yeah, I'll say average for now, but I might have to be tempted to drop it, which I don't want to do. Liverpool. Now, I'll be totally honest, I've never liked Liverpool's kits because I don't like Liverpool. They are one of my most disliked teams of all time. I can't even stand the Liverpudlian accent. Sorry, Liverpool people, just don't like your accent. Now, ironically, I don't mind your away kit. Your away kit's okay. I'm just seeing. I can't remember what I rated your away kit actually, but I'm just seeing. It's very hard to tell with some of the pictures that have been taken with some of these kits. Again, I don't like the fact that the white ain't going all the way around the collar. And it's not going all the way around on the bottom of the sleeve either, actually. Yeah, and again, you know what? That picture ain't right either on this tier list. I'm so disappointed with this tier list. I don't know who's got the pictures, but the pictures for the tier list are terrible. Right, is this worse than Brentford's? I wouldn't say it's worse than Brentford's, but I'd say it's on a par. I'm not keen. I'm really not keen. It's cleaner than Brentford's in terms of the design, but you need to get those stripes all the way. You need to get the white stripe all the way around on the collar. You need to get the white stripe all the way around on the sleeves. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what Liverpool fans think, but is it not a bit boring? I don't know. Man City. Oh God, what have they done? Please tell me that. Oh God. Right, hold on. What the 20. Right, better. Jesus, what I was seeing there for a second looked awful. Right, what do we got? I'm not a massive fan of this Man City one. What are they doing with it? Why? They've got a weird sash type thing going diagonally down, which I'm not struck on. Collar only comes to literally about there and there, which I find very odd. No, I'm not a fan of City's top either. Is it worse than Brentford and Liverpool? No, I wouldn't say so, but it's probably on a pair. Oh, shite. Clicked on the wrong thing. You know what, I think I know where I went wrong when I clicked on Man City, actually. Yeah, right, I know where I clicked wrong, but still, it showed me the kit. Right, the next one makes me sick every time I see it, quite frankly. And even if I'm being as subjective and as impartial as I can, I don't like the fact that the collar don't go all the way again, and the sleeve doesn't either, and so no. There's nothing on there to stop me putting it in very bad. I'm sorry, like there just isn't. You know, if I didn't have any gripes about it, aside from the fact that it's Man United, then it wouldn't have gone in the very bad category. But you know what I mean? Because there are gripes, and of who it is, I can't hide away from that. I'm sorry. Newcastle. What have I got going on? Difficult one with Newcastle, because I know that the blue ribbon type thing underneath the badge that has the club name on is in like a turquoise blue. But they've incorporated that into a collar that doesn't go all the way around, which I've already said I don't like. They've incorporated it at the very end of the sleeve. I mean, it's almost pinstripe, really. Just kind of looks a little bit out of place. If you're going to include that blue, then include a little more of it somewhere on the kit somewhere. These little dashes of turquoise just don't go with it. You know, traditional Newcastle is black and white. You know, that is the tradition. Looking at it modelled on someone. Well, you know what? Those blue lines don't actually go all the way around on the sleeves either. But it's almost like Adidas seem to have very much a template. I've noticed with a lot of these, and they've got like a blue line that kind of outlines the torso, if you like, and that don't work for me. Certainly not on Newcastle's kit. And there's something weird as well with the black lines going down. They've got like it's almost like a zip line, like, you know, from a zip on a jacket, and it's kind of like zip lines on either side of the black stripes, which I'm not a fan of either. I don't understand why they've incorporated that. That's very odd. I'm gonna have to put Newcastle in band because there's a handful of gripes there. Not a fan of that. Nottingham Forest, what have they got? Another Adidas team. Adidas have got a lot of Premier League clubs this season, haven't they? The thing with Forest is that they you know, their colours literally are red and white, and that's it. Looking at it on someone, they've got an old style collar, so I don't mind the fact that the line don't go all the way down, because the collar don't go all the way down. That, you know, it's like a shirt collar, you know, like an office shirt. So I don't mind that, and it's got one. But I mean, you could argue that maybe Brentford's is similar, but Forest have done a cleaner job of it. Again, I'm not keen on the fact that the white line doesn't go all the way around the sleeve. I think that could have been better. Because they've got the white pinstripe, and then they've got it's either a black or a dark red pinstripe within the red stripes, within, you know, the main red stripes, if you like. It's all right. It's a fairly clean kit. I'll give it that. So I'll put it in average. It's okay. Who's next? Sunderland. What have they done? Looks like it's a door model in it. They've centralised the badge. I don't have, and the kit sponsor. I don't have an issue with that. Leeds have had some central sponsors before. I don't mind a central sponsor. Central sponsor's okay. I don't have an issue. The actual sponsor in the middle of the kit's not even huge either, which I don't mind that. The only, like my major gripe would be that the stripes don't interlock at the top. There's the kind of red on the front of the shoulders. It's almost like the stripes stop. I think they'd look better if they connected at the top. If that's even possible. It's kind of hard to tell with the pictures. The ring around the bottom of the sleeve, I think, goes all the way around, so that is a plus. Collar's one of these that has gone down to a certain level and then the other one rests on top. I think it should meet in the middle rather than one side resting on the top. So I can't put it in nice. There's a couple of gripes. I'll put it. I don't even know if that's the correct Sunderland kit either. It looks different again to me, does it? So whoever's got these pictures has made a bit of a hash of that, so I do apologise, folks. It's not me that's got the pictures, I can guarantee you. Yeah, I'd put it in average. Tottenham, Spurs, what have they done? Let's have a look. Ooh. No. No, I'm not keen. I don't know what the. No. I think the kit from the previous season was slightly better. Again, I don't have an issue with a central badge. But the pattern for the grey, for like the two shades of grey or dark blue and grey, it's a really weird pattern. I don't like that. You've got a purple sponsor on the sleeve and then a red sponsor on the front. No, this isn't a nice one. This is not a nice one for me. West Ham. Not too bad. It similar gripe to a couple of the other kits that have happened so far. Again, I think the collar should meet in the middle. They've got one side resting on the other again, like some of the others. The light blue stripes just underneath the armpit there, I don't see the point of those. I don't see the point of it at all. Get your blue in another way. You know, make Boyle Sports the traditional West Ham blue if you like, or the Umbro. Because Because again, like Aston Villa, and like Burnley, they're a traditional claret and blue team, aren't they? By all accounts. It's not offensive. It don't go in bad. It's just going to be another average one. God, there's a lot of averages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh Christ. I might have to move one. I don't want to have more than half the division in one category. I will tell you this, there is half the division in one category in the away video. I'm not going to tell you which category. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move someone out of the average and put them in either nice or bad, or very nice or very bad, because that's too many averages for me. Really, I don't want it to be more than half the division. This video's been slightly longer than the away one actually. Better hurry up. Wolverhampton Wanderers. What have you got for us? Let's have a look. Wolves don't look too bad. Let's see what it's like on a player. Well, that's not what I expected. Ooh, hold on. No, that's not what I expected. Oh. That's so weird. So, with the Wolves colour, it looks like an old style colour, like, who else has an old style colour now? I can't even remember who had an old style colour. But like, you know, like the office shirt. But it's actually not. It's just black shaped like one of them. And then it stops, and then you've got a triangle there. I'm not digging that at all. They've got a pattern embossed into the kit, which even on the close-up I can't even tell what that's supposed to be. Not sure. The DBet sponsor, it looks like an Aquafresh logo in the letter E. And the kit sponsor Sudu, I've never heard of them. Again, I don't like to criticise kits for sponsors, but you know, sometimes you have to because it's there. It is what it is. I mean, the sponsor pays the money. But I've seen kits in the past where they're sponsorless, and sometimes the sponsorless kits look really nice. If that had been an old style collar, I'd have probably put Wolves in the average. But I don't like the fact that it's just a pattern. It's not an actual colour. No, that's tacky for me. I'm going to put that in bad. Oh dear. Well, this has been really it's been really negative, this, hasn't it? Do I move someone? Because I don't like that many averages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want to take one out of the averages. This is where it gets hard now. Do I put one down into... Do I put one down into bad, or do I shove one up into nice? I'm just looking at them, and I'm not putting the Leeds one into nice. I'm not gonna. You know, the easy move for me would be to be biased and put the Leeds one in nice. I'm not gonna buckle into that. I think I'm torn between Bournemouth and Brighton because both of those were alright. And it were only a small gripe for both, if I remember. Let me get a close up on those two again. So let's have a look at Bournemouth. I really don't mind Bournemouth's, but Bournemouth's is alright. They've tried to do something with it. And there's there's a little bit of something interesting on there. So I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. Let's have a look at Brighton's again. Yeah, I wasn't keen on that Brighton collar. It's a bit of a weird one, and it kind of like I like a little bit of symmetry on kits. I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing, but yeah, I like a bit of symmetry on it. When the kit's not being worn, that collar looks awful. The alignment is well out. It reminds me of like Sly Stallone when he's shouting. You know what I mean? It's a weird shape kind of thing. Sorry, Sly Stallone. I like some of your movies. Yeah, no, it's weird. And the stripe around the end of the sleeve don't go all the way around either. I've got more gripes with Brighton than I have with Bournemouth. I'm just wondering if any of these others were any good. As I said before, it's difficult with Fulham's, for example, because with Fulham, I mean, what do you do with a black with a white kit with black trim? It's difficult. You know what? When I first looked at the Bournemouth one, I really didn't mind it at all. I genuinely think it's all right. I'm gonna shove Bournemouth up one. There we go. Yeah, I'm all right with that. The more I see it, the more I'm all right with it. The badge and the sponsor are within the stripes, which I like. The collar goes all the way around, which I like. The stripe around the sleeves goes all the way around, which I like. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Bournemouth, you've had an upgrade. Well done. I just didn't want more than 10 in one category. But yeah, we'll go with that. I'm alright with that. Excellent. Okay, yeah, so there's my ranking, folks, of the home kits. Apologies that some of those pictures are not up to date. And ironically, Crystal Palace being one of them, and it's Palace that's actually won the ranking on this one. So well done, Crystal Palace. Quite a striking kit they've got. So well done them. But no, I'm all right with the choices I've made here. Surprised with a couple of them. I expected one or two of them to be better than what they are, and it's a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, there we go, folks. So please put your rankings of the kits in the comments down below. Tell me which ones you like, which ones you're not so keen on. My fellow Leeds fans, what are your thoughts on Leeds' home kit? Would you have had ours higher or lower, or do you think average is right? As I say, I really like the Leeds Leeds away kit. I think the Leeds away kit's brilliant, but this home one is not the best. Not the best for me. Like it's not offensive. You know what I mean? It's not a dreadful Leeds United kit. But for our first season, back again in the Premier League, I would have liked something a little better. But again, that's just my personal preference. So, with that being said, we've just hit the 50-minute mark. God, my away one I think it's only 40. So this is way too long. But anyway, if you've got this far, thank you very much for watching all the way through. So yeah, there we go, folks. So please be nice if you feel that I've put your team's kit in the wrong column, the wrong row. Sorry. You know, please don't be offended. It's only one opinion. Everyone's opinions will differ, I'm sure. But do please give the video a thumb up like. Do please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.